Peace and blessings, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Dear Black Woman podcast. As you know, this is a space where Black women's stories are honored, healing is spoken out loud, and our truth takes center stage. Now, I am again just elated with this series that we're running. And for all of you who don't know, over this next season, all I'm featuring are co-authors from our Dear Black Woman Anthology project. So we are absolutely thrilled to welcome today's co-author, which is one of my great friends, Miss Andrea Angel-Taylor. Now, y'all might recognize her and y'all might know her from, this ain't her first time being on Dear Black Woman. She's been featured in the magazine, but Angel's story, which she titled You Become, is a profound testament to resilience, courage, and incredible transformation. Now, rising from the ashes of adversity, Angel shares how she found her inner strength and reclaimed her light, offering a powerful reminder that even in the darkest moments, hope can be rediscovered. Now, her journey is one of perseverance, deep self-discovery, and a profound empowerment. Angel reveals the battle she fought, the lessons she learned, and the healing she found in her own voice. Now, this episode is a powerful testament to rising above circumstances and embracing who you were always meant to be. So with further ado, let's bring Angel to the stage. Hello, Angel.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good. I'm so glad to be here again, which is one of my favorite podcasts, with my favorite podcast host, of course.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Now, your story in the Dear Black Woman Anthology is a journey from carrying a heavy secret to becoming a beacon of strength. Yes. What was the most challenging emotional hurdle you faced when deciding to revisit and share such a vulnerable part of your past?
I think that it was challenging to really relive that time where I felt like I was a statistic. Everyone around me basically said, oh yeah, here goes another person. That's another statistic.
Another teenage pregnancy.
Another teenage pregnancy. Oh, her life is over. So that was very hard because writing those pages took me back to that time of just a scared teenage girl.
Now, you reflect on being a girl who carried too much too soon. How did that early experience, while incredibly difficult, inadvertently lay a foundation for the resilient woman you are today?
Because I knew I was not going to be a statistic. I was going to prove to the world and to myself that I can do this and that I had something greater in me, and I'm going to show my child that if you keep pushing, you can achieve something greater. Don't let anyone tell you who you are, or of course we say that over and over again. Don't let people tell you who are, but it's like really one of the foundational things that I carry with me. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna prove them wrong. I'm gonna show them who I am.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, your story and my story are very similar in that, right? And just like you said, one of the things that stood out to me when I was pregnant with my son in the teenage, my father gave me statistics about teenage pregnancies and how teenage girls end up pregnant within 2 years of having a baby. And the very first thing that came out of my mouth was what you said. I refuse to be a statistic.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because they put you in a box and almost like forget about you, you're nothing anymore, and no one cares about you. So the guidance you're supposed to have is gone.
Right. Now, you emphasize in your story the moment that you chose not to let shame define you, but rather to let it sharpen you. What was the internal shift or realization that allowed you to transform a feeling of shame into a source of a personal power?
Being in high school and seeing all the other people that I'm going to high school with, they have goals. They're getting ready to do something. I went to a vocational high school, so some of the girls, they're going on to dentistry school. Some of the girls are going on to pursue their nursing careers, or they're getting ready to be a cosmetologist. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna do something too, because now I couldn't go to prom.
Yeah.
I couldn't do a lot of things because of the situation. So I said the one thing that I know, even though physically or financially I couldn't do some of the things everyone was doing, the one thing I had was my brains. And
Yes.
I know I was a smart person. So I ended up being top of my class, and I was in the business department, and I ended up landing an opportunity to work at JP Morgan on Wall Street. They
Yeah.
only chose a few of us. But because I let my brain do the talking, I landed that role.
All right. So from your early career on Wall Street to becoming a nurse and now to being the co-owner of Soulful Sounds, you've navigated diverse, demanding environments. What qualities or inner beliefs did you draw upon to consistently excel and leave your mark, even in spaces that weren't built for girls like us?
Right. I think that I had I grew up the only girl with four brothers. I had three older brothers and one younger one. So watching them they
Yeah.
lived life with determination, because I don't know if I even shared a lot of it. I was born in Jamaica, West Indies. So my
Mm-hmm.
whole family was born in Jamaica, West Indies. We migrated here. So us having an accent was very tough. You got teased a lot. And so we had to overcome a lot. And watching my older brothers go through so much, living in Bedford Stuyvesant, in New York, in Brooklyn, it was tough. Nobody is now. I think people are a little more sensitive than they were back then. So watching them persevere through getting in fights, getting called names, so watching my parents persevere through all the things that they had to go through, that helped me persevere.
Now, you went back to school for your BSN.
Yes.
While balancing work and family, what inner fire fueled your determination to pursue ambitious goals like that, especially when life was demanding so much from you already?
I needed more money.
That'll
I'm
be
not
that. That is definitely a determining factor
Yeah,
right
I'm
there.
not even gonna kid, because I went through the whole track of being a nurse's aide. Then I became a CNA, which is a certified nursing assistant. Then I became an LPN, which is a licensed practical nurse. When you are an LPN, you go to the hospital, and you're doing the same thing that the registered nurse does, except you're getting a lower pay, and there are certain things that you're not allowed to do because of guidelines, which is basically a lot of administrative work. And so it's like, okay, I can't sign this one paper, but I did the work. And they're like, yeah, but the nurse came and looked. And it's like, yeah, but I did it, So that saying, all right, well, I have to go and get my BSN,
Your
so that,
BSN, so you can
yeah,
get credit for the work that you did. Yeah,
because I already did it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
why shouldn't I get the money for it?
And why shouldn't you get the credit for it either?
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I got that now. you in your part of the anthology, you write about love being your power, your purpose, and your foundation.
Yes.
How has your understanding and experience of love sort of evolved over throughout your life, especially as you move through different chapters personally and professionally?
I love love. I love people. Like I just think that the world would be a better place if people chose love over anger, over just anything. And sometimes I can understand that it is hard, but I just love. I love helping people. I love being there for someone. I love being committed, being in a committed relationship, being married. I love being a mom. Like I just love love. And when I started in nursing and then I became a hospice nurse, which is was like the foundation of my career. Oh my God. That just shifted my life and realizing that man, at this time these people are on their way out and this is when they're getting some of the times people said, man, I had to get be this sick to really feel loved.
To get the attention and love that I wanted. Yeah.
Oh my god, that just really sparked something in me like, oh, that is so sad. Like we should not have to be on our deathbed to feel loved.
Yeah, that
So
is. That's
isn't
actually, oh my God.
isn't that crazy?
That's quite disturbing though,
Right.
too.
Right.
Because that's saying that so many people go through life without feeling any type of nurturing or love. But you know
Exactly.
what? That's why we're building this community. That
And
is why we're building this community.
exactly. And this is why one of the reasons why I started Nourished and Flourish
Yeah.
Collective because I want to be make a mark on society and let
You
them know.
literally just answered my next question, just so we're clear, okay? Because
Okay.
that was my next question to you. It was you founded Nourished and Flourish Collective, a
Right.
nonprofit dedicating to helping others align their mind, body, and soul.
Right.
What personal realizations led you to create this space for collective wellness and healing?
Mainly talking to a lot of women, even though the space is not dedicated to only women,
Hmm.
but mainly talking to a lot of women and hearing them say all these different things. And a lot of the women are saying the same thing. I'm ashamed to say that I'm inadequate. I'm ashamed to say I didn't know something. I'm ashamed to say I'm struggling with something. And then they don't want to say it because they feel judged. Why? We're all the same. I'm not better than you. You're not better than me. My job might be different. I might make more money or I might make less money. But at the end of the day, you were born, you're going to die. I was born, I'm going to die.
Now,
What we have to change is what's in between that.
I love that. Now, having witnessed your own daughter's journey to becoming a confident, purpose driven CRNA, what does it mean to you to have raised a legacy and raised generations?
Like, I feel a sense of accomplishment, I feel a sense of worthiness, and I feel a sense of I am continuing a legacy to let someone know and to let the world know, hey, I wasn't a statistic. I did not fail. So it made me feel like I wasn't a failure.
Okay. Now, you also mentioned teaching your sons how to honor women, how to value resilience, how to build, protect, and love. What are some practical ways you've instilled these values in them?
It's so silly. Like it's just silly stuff. Like I walk to the car and I'm looking around like, who's one of y'all gonna open the door for me, right?
Hmm.
Someone's gonna carry my groceries. If I drop something, someone's gonna pick it up. And it's just to me, it's just a form of respect for women to and it's letting them know I got you.
I love that. Now, you also state you did not lose your way, you made your way. What does making your way entail when the path isn't clear or necessarily conventional?
I think that you have to be vulnerable, which is one of the things that I like helping people with. You have to be vulnerable enough to ask for help. You,
Mhm.
no matter what we do, we're not a know it all. You don't know everything. There's someone else that knows something else that you don't. And you're not going to be able to get to the next step if you don't ask for help.
Now, we just talked about you being born in Jamaica, West Indies, and being raised here in the U.S. Now, how does the strength of your roots and your bicultural experience influence your identity and your work today?
I think one of the things that I love about being Jamaicans, and I think Jamaicans or any third world country, is that they are resilient people. Like, shout out to Jamaica, but they are just resilient people. And sometimes it's almost shameful to say, like, first world problems. And we say that all the time at home, like first world problems. Um, Dang, my cell phone, the ringer was turned down and I missed the call. Like, oh, I missed the call. And it's like, well, you have a phone, you have, have these things. And I just think that leaning on the strength of the people in Jamaica, my culture, the heritage, just even other nationalities that I see going through the struggle is just like, wow, they look what they did. They just had uh you go to Jamaica, you go to the beach, they're cooking on the stove
Hmm.
outside at the beach, and they got this little tin pan that they're frying the food in, and it's the most delicious food you've ever had in your entire life. And they
We
hardly
gon'
have
we need to go
anything.
back home to
Right,
you. We need to go. We need to go back home to where you. We look. We need to be planning a book launch in
right.
West Indies. Okay,
Yes,
like
yeah,
let's throw that out there. Let's put it out there. If you live in the West Indies and you want a copy of the Dear Black Woman
right.
anthology, you need to get in touch with us because we need to come out there and have a book sign.
Yes, come on, y'all. I know y'all are listening. Come on, let's get this going.
Listen, I'm putting Angel in charge of that over
Right.
there. We're coming to the West
We're
Indies.
coming. Let's go.
Listen. Now, Angel, as the voice behind Color Me and Sound podcast, you celebrate
Hey.
Black women's creative spirit. What
Yes.
do you hope to accomplish by giving Black women a platform to not have to ask permission to take up space?
I want them to nourish, then flourish. Okay. And um because that's the whole thing. You gotta know that you have someone that's behind you that wants to see you
Yeah,
succeed,
yeah.
and we are here to make sure that you succeed, make sure your information gets out there, let people see. Because sometimes I think in we as Black women, we get a bad rap. Oh, they angry, they this, they that, oh no, they ugly, oh look at that.
Well,
So
I just posted something on my TikTok today.
mm,
There was a speech that Tasha, I can't remember her last name, girl that was on what the movie Tyler Perry's movie
so
Daddy's Girl. Her name
oh okay no.
I can't remember. Tasha Smith. That's her name. Tasha Smith. She's a great actress, producer. She's in a lot of those movies. Well, she gave a speech, and I posted it on my TikTok today where she talked about all of the things that people say about Black women. Oh, you're too loud, you're too aggressive, you're too
Okay.
bold, you're too this. And she said she wants us as Black women to start taking those same things and turning them around on people when they say you too loud. Then it's just say, hey, that's because more people need to hear me. You're too aggressive. That's just in your opinion. I'm just willing to fight for my own self. So just those things. So I posted that today because I thought that was really poignant and really important, especially in this plight with Black women. It's something that we're always talking about. So
Yeah, I have a close friend of mine, Laveda. Hey, shout out to Laveda,
hey,
who
Laveda, I know Laveda.
that yes, that's right, you sure do. But Laveda says, use your voice. We are
Yeah,
not going to be silenced. And
yeah.
she's like,
Lave-
no.
Laveda told me to use my voice too.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Laveda is a speech coach, you guys. So if you're in the North Carolina area and you need somebody to push you along, Laveda is up there and she most definitely will give you the inspiration to use your
She
voice.
sure will. And I told her one time, I said, I grew up partially where they're like, oh, you always loud. You always, she said, that's okay. That's you. Be loud and be proud. And I was like, wow, I loved that she told me that.
Now, you currently and actively mentor rising entrepreneurs. What's one piece of unconventional wisdom or any unpopular opinion you hold about navigating personal and professional growth, which you often share with any of your mentees?
I tell them that you are the prize in your business. So your business is you. Do not let people or anyone tell you that your product is not good enough or your services is not good enough. If you believe in it, you have to keep going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I told you guys that Angel was special to me, and I didn't tell you why. So, this next question is going to tell you why Angel is special to me. Now, as the North Carolina chapter president for Dear Black Woman, what does it mean to you personally to be at the helm of fostering community and empowering Black women in that role?
It means I don't want to be cliche and just says it means the world to me, but it does mean the world to me because making a difference is something that I hold dear, and I just want to be a role model for women, for other little girls that are looking. And the thing that I love about Dear Black Woman being a chapter president is just you're actually seeing a real person.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we see people on TV, we see all these celebrities, but then even though they're our idols, you can't like go over to them and touch them or pick up the phone or send them an email real quick. But being there and being a real person matters to me.
Yeah, yeah. It matters to me as
Uh,
well.
yeah, I think it matters to you a little bit, right?
Just
Yeah,
a teensy
just a
little
just a
bit.
little bit. And and people don't know that sometimes we talk, and almost every time you pick up the phone, I say, Cammy, I pray for you every day, just to let God continue to give you the strength for to keep creating this platform for us.
Yeah.
Because
And I'm
it's
so
something, it's something we didn't know we needed till it's here.
yeah, I know it. And even from the perspective of creating this, we didn't know we needed I didn't know we needed it until it was created. And now it feels like I'm backpedaling, just trying to catch up and make space and make sure that I have everything that we need in order to make sure that this is successful the way that it needs to be.
Yeah, and you're doing an incredible, incredible job. And it just took off like, oh shoot, okay.
Listen, you ain't gotta tell me. It just
Yeah, yeah.
I'm still here living it, and it's still just
Mm-hmm.
taking off. Now,
Mm-hmm.
this podcast emphasizes that everyone's voices matter and their stories matter, especially Black women. Your healing is possible, and your story is worthy of space. What does that
Yes.
mean for your journey specifically to be affirmed and celebrated in this way?
I am just so thankful to be able to be here, to be a legacy for my family, to be looked at as someone that people want to hear their story. And I also am glad that I'll be able to let someone know that it's possible to get out the trenches, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, get it out the trenches. Ain't that what we say? Get it out the mud.
Yes,
That's what we all have been
get it
doing.
out the trenches.
Yeah,
And um, one of the biggest things that people need to know is that the bad thing that's happening to you right now is just a moment in time,
yes,
and this too shall pass.
yes. So, if you could have a candid conversation with one historical or even a contemporary black woman who inspires you, who would it be? And what is one question you would ask her about her journey?
If I can talk to someone, as soon as you said that question, two people came to mind, which was
Who?
Oprah and Michelle Obama.
Okay, I can see that for you. I can see
Yeah,
that.
those two came to mind, and I think Oprah was um, the first thing because growing up, she was the one that was on TV, right? So it's like,
Hmm.
wow, you saw her go through all these things, and next thing is like, oh, Oprah's being promoted, Oprah's getting this, Oprah's getting that. So I would love to talk to her about just how was it for her with these struggles that she had to face in Hollywood, being the first black woman really to take over these TV shows, and then
Yeah,
for Michelle Obama, which is more current, just how was it to be the first black woman being in the White House?
I know.
And
Yeah,
how was that for you? So that would be the question that I would just ask both of them. Like, you persevered through that. And I'm sure we don't even know the half of probably what they had to deal with,
yeah.
being called whatever they were called. Yeah.
So, what is one? This is my last question for you. What is one piece of personal wisdom, something that you live by daily, that you hope resonates deeply with other Black women who are striving to rewrite their narrative?
One thing I live by daily is that, like I just said, like this too shall pass, because at least once a month or once every 2 weeks or something like that. It's always something. It's just always something. I say that all the time. It's just always something. But
Yeah,
this too shall pass.
yeah,
This too shall pass, and you got to take the good with the bad.
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, Angel, I want to say thank you
Thank you
so
so
much for,
much for.
first of all,
Uh,
for being on here, for everything you do for the Dear Black Woman organization, for your support, for your love, for all of that. I appreciate you in so many ways.
yes, you are welcome. Thank you so much for having us, for creating this book. This book is gonna blow y'all away. Oh my God, they're not even, y'all not even ready.
They don't have no clue. And
Yes,
like I had Dr. Kim on today, and Dr. Kim said these are her exact words. She's like, Kimmy, I thought I was just applying for, just a little book, a little publishing, getting my name out there or something. She's like, this is going to be huge. She said, you
yes,
didn't I said, Dr. Kim, I didn't know when I embarked upon this journey how huge all of this was going to be. So I am
right.
super grateful for all of you all, your support, everything that each of you are doing to support this anthology project. So thank you so much. And again, thank you, y'all. By the way, if you want to hear the Color Me in Sound podcast, all you got to do is go to dearblackwoman.me and go up under podcast, and it's right there. You can also go over to the Dear Black Woman YouTube page and check out the Color Me in Sound podcast. And you can, if you go on the Dear Black Woman website, you can find more about
Yes,
Angel as
yes,
well.
yes, yes. And one of the things I want to say lastly, we joked about how huge this is going to be. And I said, I can see it being a movie or a play. And I'm like, Angela Bassett is going to be playing me.
I remember when you said that, you was like, yes, can I request Angela Bassett, please?
Yes, to play me. And they're like, yeah, but she's darker. They have makeup. It's okay. They
You
can
want
make
her
her
to be a,
lighter.
what up? Angela Bassett, she want to put you in white face so you can play her. in the movie,
In
okay?
the movie.
So, but no, Angel, thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to another beautiful, beautiful, beautiful episode of the Dear Black Woman podcast. We want to thank Angel again for just sharing her incredible journey of endurance, transformation, and unwavering purpose. Her story is a powerful reminder that every challenge can be a stepping stone to a greater version of ourselves. To every listener, if you've ever felt counted out, remember Angel's words. You counted yourself back in. Your strength is within you, and your capacity to thrive is limitless. Follow the Dear Black Woman podcast wherever you listen to your favorite podcast episodes. Share this episode with someone whose spirit needs to be reignited. And as always, keep walking in your truth. And until next time, stay grounded, stay present, and stay whole.